Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from Skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. Exciting week
Yep.
here for us. We're back on snow. Stowe opened Tuesday this week, and we've skied every day since.
Yeah, and other than a beautiful sunny day, it's been snowing the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we got like a foot last night,
yeah.
right? 11 inches.
Yeah, they opened Nosedive today. Did you hear
I
that?
heard that.
Yeah. Right after we left.
That happens a lot, yeah, with midday trail
Yeah.
opening. We generally aren't there for that anymore. But yeah, great to be back on snow. We did that Bent 100 on snow review yesterday. That was really fun. It was interesting reading through the comments.
Yep.
Some people are still stuck on the that doesn't look good mentality, but hey, that's fine.
Yeah, and those on snows are really fun to make, and I feel like they provide as accurate of a portrayal of a ski as you can get.
I think so too. Yeah, and we've had a lot of comments over the years asking us to do more of those. So, like this year, I'm kind of planning for like a 50-50 split of like if we're doing a product review, whether it's all on snow or whether we do anything in here. And realistically, what will probably happen is if something is like brand new and we feel like we need to show it, we'll do some stuff in here. But yeah, I really enjoy the on snow reviews. And I feel like at this point for like any 2025 ski, we might as well just do it on snow.
Right.
Like we've presented the ski here in the studio in ski test videos, in comparisons. Like the information's out there, the shape, construction, that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
I feel like all that's left is just to get it on snow and go skiing.
Yeah.
So anyways, really fun to be back on snow. We also started a holiday sale. So our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, they wrapped up on, technically they went through Tuesday of this week because they did get extended one day. And then basically yesterday we started this holiday sale. The whole site looks holiday.
It's very
themed
festive.
now. I like it, yeah. The red ornament style logo. And yeah, there continue to be really good prices on our site. I think that the highlights in this holiday sale are like any skis or snowboards that are in the outlet. So we really got pretty aggressive with pricing there. And then the same is true with complete packages. And I don't believe they're up yet, but you're going to see like a whole bunch of Vocal skis go up on our site. If it doesn't happen today, it'll probably happen overnight tonight. And the prices on those Vocals are ridiculous. Do you remember when we had like Vocal ones for like $199?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was great. I always love when we get kind of those deals where I feel very confident about texting my friends or emailing my friends and being like, this is as good of a deal on a ski as you're ever going to get.
Yeah. I won't give too many things away, but it's going to look similar on Revolt 121s.
Yeah, you'll never.
I think
you'll never need to buy another powder ski.
Yeah,
you get one of those at a price.
Which reminds me of like I think might have been the first year that I worked here. I like bought a Vocal 2 out of inventory because I was like, what?
Yeah,
that's how much it costs. So, sure, I'll take one. Like, why not?
Binding for another 150.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So, anyways, take a look at that, and then I think that's it. You want to get into the news?
Sure.
We'll do like more stuff next week. More reviews.
Okay.
I don't exactly know what. This time of year, you gotta take what the mountain gives you and plan accordingly.
We'll see what next week holds. It kind of looks a little warm.
It looks a little warmer on what, Tuesday?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. And yeah, with that, we'll get right into the news. So first up, we have some FIS ski racing news to talk about. Killington races happened last weekend. There was a lot of speculation about whether Michaela would get her 100th World Cup win. I don't think it's going to be news to anybody, but she did not. Unfortunately, had a pretty awkward fall in her second giant slalom run on Saturday. I was watching it live and was pretty bummed. And if you were watching it live too, you probably experienced the same thing I did of like uncertainty. Did you watch this? So it was right at the end of the broadcast because she's the last skier.
Right, yeah.
And then like I don't remember what was on next, like college football or something. But like she was still on the ground, like on the snow after her fall, and they did the awards ceremony, like turned on the music for like the awards ceremony, and in the background of the awards on TV, you could like see her on the snow.
It's gonna be tough as a broadcaster.
Totally. No, they like have to do it.
Yeah.
Like they have deadlines and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it just like as a viewer, it was just like,
Yeah.
is Michaela Schifrin okay?
Right.
And turns out she is mostly okay, but had a pretty nasty like puncture wound to her abdomen. Did you see that?
I mean,
Gnarly.
these falls can be really aggressive.
Yeah.
And-
And people are speculating there was like when she hit the fence, apparently there was like a pair of skis and a like gate drill
Yep.
that she kind of like collided with. So
Well,
speculation and controversy, Bob. But anyways, she's posted a few times since that and seems like her spirits are up. There's no real news for when she'll be returning, but wish her a speedy recovery. My money is still on that 100th win happening this season.
yeah,
We'll see.
odds are favorable.
I would say so. In that giant slalom race, Paula Moltzen was 5th, Nina O'Brien was 6th, Katie Hensian was 13th. They're tied for 13th. And then Elizabeth Bocock was 23rd. So a really strong showing from
Yep.
the U.S. women, despite Michaela DNFing. Not great results for the U.S. team for Sunday's slalom race, so we'll just skip that one.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, I did watch that. It was fun to watch,
Yeah.
but it did just feel like a bummer having Michaela not there. And I'm sure there were a lot of disappointed fans in
Yeah.
attendance.
And it's got to be deflating. Someone like that just creates so much gravity
Totally.
in a situation when it's gone. It just creates a void.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of like echo.
Yeah.
And it just feels empty. In other news, Marcel Hirscher unfortunately tore his ACL in a training crash, and I would say that probably marks the end of his professional ski racing career.
You don't think he's going to come back again?
He himself kind of alluded to probably not. So,
All
kinda-
these rules changed for Marcel to get back on the World Cup, and
Well, Bob, Lindsey Vonn will be returning to racing this weekend at the FIS Fall Festival at Copper,
based on the Hirscher rules.
based on the Hirscher rules.
Yeah.
So,
I'm still waiting for some other old skier to pop back through the Hirscher rules.
yeah, Herman Meyer.
Yeah.
And then the men are in Colorado for Birds of Prey, which is like now?
Now?
I think it's now. I think it's right now. I think they're actively racing right now. Anyways, moving on. Second topic of the week. We had a big air event in Beijing. Tess Ledoux and Tormod Frostad took wins for women and men respectively. The big kind of news here is there are tons of new tricks being done in both slopestyle and big air. I would say specifically in big air, tons of bringbacks.
So you spin this way, and then you end up spinning this way.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I know. It's weird. It's defying the laws of physics,
Yeah.
Bob.
It's pretty impressive.
It really is. And as somebody like myself who's like grown up with the sport, there have been so many times where it's like it's impossible to not think like, well, that's the limit.
Right.
They can't do anything crazier than that. And I once again really thought we had found that limit, and then people literally started spinning one way and then back the other way.
Right. While they're upside down and
Yeah.
doing all sorts of grab things and whatnot.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I also think it's really cool that judges seem to be awarding creativity more this season. So, some of those bring back tricks that were really, really new in past years and it seemed like judges didn't really know how to score them. Like now those are the tricks that are scoring really high.
Yeah.
And then like the big like 2160s and stuff are like not. It's a thing of the past.
Right.
Your 2160s. So I thought that was interesting. And then third topic of the week. This one's a little different, but we have kind of some Avalanche news. We had 2 major avalanches in Colorado, one of which happened on a closed inbounds trail at Steamboat, and that was, from what I have seen and read, the largest inbounds avalanche in the history of the resort. Luckily, it was not triggered by a skier, and as far as they know, and I think they're pretty confident, there were no injuries or fatalities, no incidents at all. But I would say that is an excellent early season reminder to not duck ropes anywhere, really. But I'd say especially out west.
Yeah, and if they're getting... clearly the conditions were favorable for a slide. So
Yeah.
you got to pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah, you got to pay close attention. And then this is pretty interesting, Bob. We also had an avalanche here in New England in Chicken Rock Gully. That's at Tux. Again, no one injured, but another nice reminder that even if you are here in New England,
Yeah.
it can happen.
Seems early for Mount Washington skiing, but
You wouldn't catch me up there this time of year.
people get after it.
I know. So just be smart. Use caution where applicable. And then fourth topic of the week, we have a new X Games CEO. I feel like I know the answer to this question because I think he's like in between our ages. But did you ever compete against Jeremy Bloom?
No, he's younger than I am, but he was at a much higher level.
I didn't know if like maybe, yeah.
Skipped right over. And he was awesome because he was the first, in my kind of lifetime experience, to really bring up the question of why can't athletes get paid in college. So he was
sure.
the collegiate, he was like a kick returner and wide receiver for
Wide receiver,
Colorado.
yeah, we're going to get there.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry, just
that's
a
okay.
personal anecdote.
Yeah.
And then he skied moguls, and he could make money off of skiing moguls, but they
not-
wouldn't let him because he was
a college athlete.
a college athlete. And I'm like, they're two different things.
And he's an adult.
Right, and he's an adult.
Yeah.
It's like saying like a college kid can't work at McDonald's
Right.
and make
'Cause
money.
it's just a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like the first time that it came up in my mind of collegiate athletes getting paid and
Yeah.
kind of a weird dynamic there. But
So anyways, we've talked about the X Games quite a bit recently with their announcement of starting the X Games League. And now Jeremy Bloom has been named the new CEO. If you're unfamiliar with Jeremy Bloom, starting in 2000, he was a World Cup mogul skier. He went to a couple Olympics too, I think two or three Olympics.
he was phenomenal.
A really
he
good
was
skier.
really good.
Yeah, his 12 World Cup wins. He temporarily held the record for the most consecutive wins on the
Yeah.
World Cup at 6, which is pretty impressive. As Bob was talking about, he was a successful collegiate football player at the University of Colorado. He was also drafted as a wide receiver by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2006, traded to the Steelers, and ultimately retired in 2009 when he became the CEO of the B2B startup Integrate.
And like he just didn't look like he would be that athletic.
Like in person?
In person. She'd be like, there's no way that you can do all this stuff, but
I don't
very
know.
impressive.
I don't really know. Was he really tall?
no. It wasn't like that big of a person, but just
How are you a wide receiver in the NFL without being like at least somewhat of a physical specimen.
It's just balance and
Coordination
strength and
and-
coordination.
yeah.
You know, it's,
Probably jump really high.
yeah.
Anyways, so congratulations to Jeremy Bloom. And like that's a name that I remember from my childhood.
Yeah.
Like watching moguls on TV and being like, Jeremy Bloom is cool.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, personally. And then lastly, we've got our edits of the week here. First, we've got Ash. Oh, I got my sunglasses on. First, we've got Ash by the Magma Crew. I haven't watched this yet, but I'm very excited to. There's been a lot of good ski stuff to watch lately, so I'm a little bit behind. And then we've got an Insta-banger with Max Moffat. This I did watch, and it is jaw-droppingly incredible. I'm sure Ash is too, but Max Moffat is an incredible skier, and he seems completely willing to try anything, which is just very impressive to me.
This list of edits has a lot of highly skilled individuals as their centerpieces.
I thought that too as I was writing these down. And then third edit of the week is episode 17.3 from our friends at Line Traveling Circus. This one is called Filmed on a Potato. And it is fitting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched any of this, but I won't give anything else away other than that. And then we've got the trailer for Grown from Sammy Carlson. So yeah, lots of talented athletes on that list. And that's it. That's all I got for news.
Great.
Yeah.
On with our Friday, I guess.
Yep. So hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Check out that Bent 100 review if you haven't seen it already. Keep an eye out for more content next week. And then I don't know that I've really talked about it, but I will be traveling the following week, doing something pretty exciting from a ski news perspective. I haven't been given word that I'm allowed to talk about anything, and I assume I can't. At least specifics.
Way to set them up for disappointment.
Yeah, sorry about that. But maybe like next Friday I can at least say where I'm going and with whom.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Hope you're all able to get out on snow, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.